Hello and welcome to your practice. Today's short practice is all about creating space. Creating space in areas in the body that are often a little tighter, like the hips, the hamstrings, and the shoulders. So it's a good practice to do in the morning or anytime really. And often when we feel a little more spacious in the physical body, that also translates to the feeling of spaciousness in the mind, spaciousness in the heart. So if this idea resonates with you, weave that into your practice and see if the spaciousness that you create in the body maybe also ripples into other areas. We'll start in child's pose, and you'll need 2 blocks for today's practice. Bring the knees a little wider than your hips. Reach the arms long forward, crawl the fingertips forward, and let the head rest on the floor. Diving towards the earth. And then take this first few moments to notice your breath. The natural ebb and flow of the inhales and the exhales. And without judging, without evaluating, noticing if there is space for the breath. If you have space in the body for even long inhales and exhales, or if the breath is a little choppy or feels a little restricted here. See if you can smoothen your natural breath to even out the inhales and the exhales. Like you're riding the waves of the breath. Let these breath waves carry you through the practice. Feel free to take breaks, take rest in between. But see if you can commit to that even breath. So that the mind can't slip away quite so easy, tiptoe away in the before or after. A committed breath is training the mind to stay present in the here now, right where the body is in this moment. And then deepen and widen the breath. If you can, start breathing in Ujjayi. Slight constriction in the vocal cords on the inhale and the exhale. Making the breath a little more audible. Start straight away by breathing space into the body. See where you can feel it. Maybe that's in the lower, middle, or upper back. Releasing any tension out of the chest and the belly on the exhale. 2 more. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale. Exhale, push the hands firmly down and then slowly ripple the spine forward to come onto all fours. If you have sensitive knees, feel free to place padding under your knees. Grip the mat with your finger pads and then start to snake the spine. Cat-cow, circles, and S shapes here. Waking up the spine, so maybe you just woke up. Take some extra time to move to the upper, middle, and lower back. Pushing away the ribs, flaring the ribs out, and circling around the wrists forwards and back. See if you hold any tension in the face that you can release here. Staying for another 2 or 3 breath cycles here in your own movement, sinking breath and movement before we start with our flow. Meeting in a neutral forefoot stand, extend your right leg back, flex your foot. On the exhale, point the foot and pull the heel in a few times. Flex and extend, exhale, bend and point, juicing out here the right hip flexor. Next time your knee is bent, stay here, and then place the foot to the outside of your right hand for a lizard's lunge. And this is where your blocks might come in handy. Taking the blocks under your hands to elevate the hands. If you like, lift the back knee off the mat. Inhale, collarbones glide apart, thinking cobra in the chest. On the exhale, start to extend your front leg any amount. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Twice more like that, flossing through the legs. Inhale, heart forward, knee bend. Exhale, extend your leg, roll into the heel, flex your toes. One more time, in and out. Inhale, bend the front knee for lizard. Get rid of your blocks if you had them. Place the hands on the mat to the instep of the front foot. Easy twist. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches, inhale. On the exhale, thread the needle. Take the top hand, thread it underneath your left armpit. Twice more. Inhale, open, easy twist. Exhale, curl in. Last one, in. Exhale, curl in, stay. Place your right hand, that is the floating arm, down to the mat. Dial the back heel down. Think warrior 2 in your legs. And then walk the cross arms forward. So you can rest your forehead, your temples on the upper arms. Variation of humble warrior. Inhale. Strong in the back leg. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Resist your inner thigh towards the pinky toe. Exhale. And then release the cross of your hands. Walk the hands closer towards you to the long side of your mat. And then start to extend your front leg any amount. Start to bend into the back knee. Do that on the breath. On the inhale, bend the front knee like in warrior 2. On the exhale, bend the back knee, extend the front leg. One more time, inhale. Exhale, little Skandasana variation. Low lunge again to the front foot. Frame the front foot, step back into plank pose. Inhale, first downward facing dog. Exhale, push back. All 10 fingers push firmly into the mat. Relax your head, shake the head, soften the neck. Where can you breathe more space into the body? Inhale, maybe more into the upper back, the neck, the shoulders. On the exhale, draw the heels down, pull the navel gently in. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine the body floats up on the inhale and gently lands back down on the floor. Exhale. Inhale, come forward to plank pose, neck is long, shoulders over your wrists. On the exhale, slow lower everything down. Arrive on your belly, forehead to mat. To push the tops of the feet down, bring hands a little wider, undulating cobras. On the inhale, lifting up any amount. Exhale to lower. Twice more. Strong in your legs. Legs are charged. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale. On the exhale, forehead all the way to the mat. Hands under shoulders. Tuck your toes. Push back up into plank pose. Inhale, downward facing dog on the exhale. Strong in your hands, pushing the mat away. Breathe the left leg back and up. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, open the left hip. Sorry, the right leg, that is. Right leg back and up. Open the right hip. Draw the right armpit down. Sternum pushes back towards the long leg. Inhale. Exhale.
Inhale, lengthen the legs, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, round forward. Hold here, push the floor away. And then for pigeon, swivel the shin on a diagonal over the mat. Soft land the back knee down. Come a little higher onto your fingertips. Stay long in the lumbar spine and then squeeze the inner thighs together. Maybe release the back foot down. Inhale, get buoyant, get long. From the exhale, walk forward, come onto your forearms, maybe blocks pigeon pose. Don't get too comfortable yet. Inhale, thinking lengths in the spine. On the exhale, release any tension out of the jaw, the face, the chest. Where can you get more buoyant, more spacious? Inhale into that area. Exhale, release any tension. Last one, in. And out. And then walk your hands under the shoulders again. We'll stay low, roll towards your right buttocks. And then take your back leg forward. For Janu Shirshasana, your right knee points out, your left leg is long. Breathe your arms up, inhale, belly button towards long left leg. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe grab hold of the foot, maybe stay higher, frame the front leg. On the inhale, think length. Exhale, belly button towards your left leg. In and out. Staying. Where's the even ebb and flow of the breath? Ujjayi, inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. Nice. On the inhale, keep the shape of your legs. Lift the arms again. Come into a twist on the exhale to the right side. Front hand, left hand as a lever on your bent knee, back hand on your fingertips or flat palm down. Both sit bones grounding down on the inhale, get long. Exhale, in your twist. Look over the back shoulder if available. Inhale, feel the length in the spine. Exhale, gently twist it out. Maybe you stay or stargazer, the back hand flat on the mat, fingertips pull away from you, and then roll onto your right shin. Reach the left arm up and over, or support the head with your hand. Inhale into the whole front body. On the exhale, push the floor away. Last one, inhale. And on the exhale, release back down. Looking towards the front of the mat again, cross the ankles, pull the feet in, and then roll over the knife edges of your feet back into downward facing dog. Take a little shake, take a little wiggle. If you like, flow with me. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower everything onto the floor. Inhale for Cobra, Bhujangasana, neck is long. Exhale, push back, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll stay on the right side. So on the inhale, again, same side, right leg backing up, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose, round forward, place the foot between your hands. Back knee stays lifted, easy twist, right arm reaches, inhale. Exhale here. Get buoyant in the bottom, hands strong in your legs. On the inhale, breathe yourself out, up into an exalted warrior, exalted twist, inhale. Exhale, shoulders soften. Revolve, reverse, back hand to lower back. Left arm reaches up, maybe over. Feel the stretch, the space in your left side body, inhale. On the exhale for prayer, twist elbow towards your front thigh. Prayer twist, take the back hand, your right hand, and push into the lower hand. Strong in your back leg, lift to the back of your back knee, inhale. Exhale, twist the left ribs towards your thumbs. One more time, in and out. Beautiful. For warrior two, dial the back heel down, the left arm blossoms open, arms shoulder height, sit low. Keep the shoulders over your hips and then pull tailbone down. In and out. Strong in the back leg. Inhale. On the exhale, reverse triangle, flip the front palm, lean back and then extend your front leg. You can stay or roll onto the heel of the front foot. Stay or take the back hand to the top wrist and then pull your torso away from your front leg. Inhale.
Exhale. Really nice. Back to Virya 2. Bend the front knee, arms go wide. Inhale. On the exhale, swim the arms back. Take the hands into an interlace. Pull the knuckles down. Maybe shorten the stance a little bit. Humble warrior. Inhale, strong in your back leg. On the exhale, pour the torso to the instep of the front foot. Let the head hang heavy. Let the arms sink over your head. 2 more. Inhale. Releasing, softening into the exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Stay low with your torso. Loose the interlace. Frame the front foot and lift your back heel. One more time. Easy twist. Right arm lifts. Stay or side plank Vashisthasana. All toes turn to the right. Maybe stay or step foot onto foot. Maybe stay or take that tree shape. Bring the sole of your top foot towards the lower leg. Push the floor away. It's a little wiggly. Inhale. On the exhale, look towards the mat, tree leg or no tree leg in plank. Inhale. Exhale, your choice, Chaturanga or half. Inhale, Cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Long inhale. And a releasing exhale through the mouth. Let something go. Take your feet a little wider than they were before, and then walk your hands back to meet your feet towards the end of your mat. Forward fold, wide legs. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you like to. And maybe you sway or shake the torso. Feeling the lengths in the backs of your legs. For Malasana, turn the toes out and then bend your knees. Feel free to take the blocks here for support to sit on. Stay long in the lower back. Push your feet firmly down and then feel the lengths of the spine growing tall, creating space in the body. Pushing the palms together for more space in the chest. Soften the gaze, soften the face. Ujjayi, inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. Again, in and out. And then in Malasana, start to crawl the fingertips forward. Let the head lower, the head between your upper arms, and maybe you like to sway, shift the weight a little side to side. And we'll take all this to the other side. We'll meet in child's pose again. Drop the shins, connect the toes, seat to heels, arms long and forward, and then lower the head down. Soften the face, maybe gently roll the forehead side to side. Noticing how the body feels after the movement on the first side. Maybe a little uneven, that's totally normal. A little warmer, maybe a little more spacious. And start to dive into that conscious breath again. This kind of breath that tethers the mind into the moment, into the body, and allows us to cultivate presence. More space in the body sometimes translates to more space in the mind, more space in the heart. Meeting back on all fours on the inhale, come back up. Exhale here. Again, taking your shapes. Maybe that is traditional cat-cow shape. Maybe that is snaking, rolling the spine out, pushing the ribs out. Maybe your wrists need something a little extra. Fingertips in, fingertips out. Allowing for any movement to occur. Dropping with each breath cycle from the head, from the mind, a little more into the body, from thinking, more into feeling. And then meeting back in a neutral forefoot stand. Just lift from the lower belly in and up, long in the neck. Push the floor away. Left leg goes back. Flex your foot, inhale. And on the exhale, bend the knee, pull the heel in, a bit like you would do. And that's really good, dog. Inhale, flex and extend. Exhale, open the hip, pull the heel in and bend. One more time, inhale. Exhale, using your strong muscles to pull the heel in. And then for lizard, place the foot to the outside of the left hand. Back knee can scoot back, maybe bolster the knee with your mat. I like to take the blocks here again, elevate my hands in lizard. Back knee down or up. Inhale, collarbones wide, strong in the back leg if it is lifted. Exhale, start to straighten your front leg, roll into the heel if possible. Inhale, thinking cobra in the chest, bend the front knee. Exhale, extend. One more, inhale to bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend the front knee, loose the blocks for easy twist. Palms down, also here, back knee can come down if you like. Inhale, the left arm open, easy twist. Exhale, like thread the needle, arm underneath your right armpit. Twice more. Inhale, moving from the mid-back, stay strong in your legs. Exhale, curl in. Inhale to open. Exhale, curl in, stay. Let the left palm point down to the mat to lower the palm down. Both hands on the mat. Your arms are doing an X shape. Dial the back heel down, your legs like in warrior two, and then walk your X-shaped arms forward. Release your neck. Strong in both legs. Inhale. Full exhale. Twice more. In. Exhale, roll the left buttocks underneath. Inhale. And on the exhale for Skandasana variation, lose the X shape, walk the hands closer and turn more to the right, and then start to bend your back knee, extend your front leg any amount. Inhale again, walking forward, your legs like in warrior two. Exhale, walk back, Skandasana, high or low. Again, inhale forward, warrior two legs. Exhale, Skandasana to the back. Everything to the front again. Low lunge, turn all toes, all fingers, coming into a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower everything to the mat. Forehead to mat. Push the tops of the feet down. Again, if you like, undulating cobras. Arms wider, hands wider than your mat. Come onto your fingertips. Strong in your legs. Inhale to lift. High or low. Exhale, lower. Drilling the tops of your feet down into the floor. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. One more. In. And out. Lower forehead all the way down. Collect your hands under your shoulders. Hug the elbows to the ribs. Tuck the toes. Push the floor away. Inhale to plank. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Take what you need. Maybe that's bending and straightening the legs, shaking the head or flutter the lips. Let any unnecessary tension leave the body to create space for something new. Create space for something that you might not know yet what it is. Pushing all 10 fingertips down, this time going with the left leg for real. Left leg back and up, three-legged. Exhale, open the left hip. Draw the heel down like you did on all fours, and at the same time, draw the left armpit down, level the shoulders. In and out. Really nice. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose, round forward, think cat back, stay for a moment, and then swivel the shin in a diagonal over the mat, and gently lower it down for pigeon pose. Back knee slightly off the mat, pull it back more, coming onto your fingertips to create space, get long in the lumbar spine. Maybe you stay, or on the exhale, walk yourself into your forward fold.
Soften the face, soften the breath, even inhales, even exhales. Can you stay spacious in the mind in this pose? When your thoughts start to tiptoe away, can you bring them back to the breath, back into the moment, without filling or allowing the mind to fill up with thoughts, with to-dos, with worries? Can you rinse the breath through any pockets of tension or tightness that you might encounter in the body? And very slowly bring your hands under your shoulders again. We'll stay low. For Janu Shirshasana, you roll onto your left side. Take the back leg to the front. Flex your toes. Again, like that tree shape in your legs, reach the arms up. Inhale. On the exhale, think belly button to the right, and then frame the long leg. Maybe hands here, maybe hands to your foot. Inhale, think yourself long again. On the exhale, forehead to your shin or to your knee. Allowing the breath to carry you into the shape, not necessarily looking for depth, but evenness. And slowly making your way back up. Engage the long leg. Lift your arms, inhale. For the twist, exhale, twist to your left. Taking the hand on your bent knee as a lever, and the back hands to elongate the lower back. Both sit bones stay down. Inhale, go tall. Exhale, if available, look over your back shoulder. In. Squeeze it out in the twist. You can stay here, or for stargazer, push the back hand firmly into the mat. Roll onto the bent shin, your left shin, and then lift your hips. Arm up and over, or hand to support your head. Full inhale to the front body. And on the exhale, slowly make your way back to seated. Turning to the front, crossing your ankles, left over right, squeeze the shins in. And then take a little momentum. Flex your feet, roll over the knife edges of your feet, stepping back, downward facing dog. If you like, take a flow. Inhale, forward to plank, keep the neck long. Exhale, chaturanga, or half, shoulders no lower than elbows. Inhale, back bend of choice, cobra, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Checking in with the breath, checking in with your hands. Are you still pushing firmly, index, thumb, and pinky down? Inhale, staying on the left leg backing up, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose, round forward. Place the foot between your hands. Easy twist. Left arm lifts up. Exhale here. Strong in your legs. Get buoyant in the bottom hand. And coming again into that reverse lunge, twisted lunge. Shoulders over your hips. Maybe take a little bend in your back knee. Pull tailbone down. And then start to straighten the back leg again. Inhale. Exhale, revolve, reverse. Back hand to lower back. Front arm reaches up, maybe over. Creating space in the right side body. Inhale. Exhale for prayer twist. Take elbow to thigh. Long in the spine, long in the back leg. Take left hand on top of your right. Inhale, length. On the exhale, push the top hand down and think right ribs towards your thumbs. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. For warrior two, pull the back heel down and the right arm blossoms open. Maybe take a little longer step. Parallel your front thigh to the floor. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Inhale. Strong back foot. Exhale. In. And out. Reverse triangle. Flip your front palm. Inhale. On the exhale, lean back. Option to roll onto the front heel and flex your toes. Option to take the back hand to the top wrist and pull the torso away from your front leg. Breathing into the space, into the whole left side. Back to warrior two. Inhale, bend the front knee, arms wide. Humble warrior, exhale, swim the arms back. Take the weird interlace, the non-dominant grip. Pull the knuckles down, lift the heart high. On the exhale, turn the torso to the left. Dive to the instep of the foot. If you like, take the stance a little shorter. I find it easier to turn the top hip around. Hang the head low if that's available. Let the arms become heavy towards the head. Last two. In and out. Inhale and exhale. Stay low for easy twist. Release the clasp. Frame the front foot. Lift your back heel off the mat. Left arm lifts. Maybe you stay. Or Vashisthasana, side plank, all toes to the left. Maybe stack your feet. Maybe taking that tree-shaped leg variation. Pushing the floor away. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. In. Plank with 3 legs or no 3 legs. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga or half. Inhale. Back bend of choice. Push into hands and tops of your feet. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Last down dog of practice. Be shaking the head or paddle the feet. And take your feet a little wider than hips distance. And walk the hands back to meet your feet in a forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees or hold your elbows. Maybe allow the torso to sway. And for Malasana, turn the toes out and sit into your squat pose. Make it a conscious effort to push the feet down to create more spaciousness, more length up the spine, translating to more space in the neck, holding the head high and proud, pushing the palms together to create more space in the chest. Pushing with your upper arms into the inner thighs or inner knees. Inhale. And then soften into the shape. Exhale. In. And out. One more time. Ujjayi. Inhale. Ujjayi. Exhale. And then, like you started, crawl the arms forward again. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe sway from side to side. And then we'll meet kneeling. So to let the knees be wide, I'll just come forward a little more so you're more or less towards the center of your mat. Knees wide, like a V shape. And we'll go into a version of saddle. It's a little easier than sitting between the heels. So notice we're sitting on the heels. Knees are wide. It's important that the knees stay on the mat. So maybe this is good. You'll stay here. It's a nice stretch for the tops of your thighs. If the body allows, come onto your forearms. Remember to push the knees down. Maybe this is great. Lift the hips a little to pull the tailbone long towards the backs of your legs. Maybe you stay or you keep walking your head to the mat. Staying here or framing your head with your arms, arcing the spine, creating a little bridge here. Remember to push the knees down towards the mat. Neck is long, the chin comes towards the throat. See if you can soften to the shape. If this gets too much at any point, please come out of the pose earlier and come into that first seated variation. If available, stay for 3 more breaths. Breathing space into the whole front body, into your thighs, into the side body and the chest. And if you're still in this shape, to make your way out, release your arms, bring the arms by your sides, and then come onto the forearms again, onto the palms, and then sit next to your feet. So you can free your legs towards the front. And just take a moment to windshield wiper the legs so the feet are wide. Let the knees fall from one side to the other. And then scoot forward on your mat a little bit so you still have mat behind you. Place your feet down, get long in the spine, inhale. And the exhale, push the feet into the mat and slowly come down on the ground, keeping the feet planted for a shoulder bridge. Walk the heels a little closer, push the feet into the mat, and then start to lift your hips. You could either interlace your hands underneath or take the long sides of your mat. If you have the interlace, walk the shoulder blades in a little more. And then think this time chin away from the chest, and the chest comes closer towards the throat, towards your chin. Pushing the floor away, feeling the strong backs of your thighs. This one is more to strengthen the hamstrings. Using your glute muscles to push the hips up. And again, breathing into that freedom, into that space, and the belly, the ribs, and your chest. Last 2 breaths. To release the clasp of your hands, and very slowly let the spine ripple down to the mat. Take the feet wide, let the knees sink in together. And if that's comfortable, place a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. Maybe let the head roll from side to side to create more space, more freedom in the neck. For Apanasana, pull the knees in, grab hold of your shins. Make sure the lumbar spine, your lower back is all the way pushing down on the mat. And then lift your torso, lift your shoulders, your head, squeeze everything tight together into a little ball. Hold for a moment. And then release down. Release the torso, place the feet on the mat. Then extend your legs to the front. Let your arms be by your sides, palms facing open. Let the toes fall out, hips open. Closing down the eyes for a few breaths. Coming back to your natural breath. Even inhales, even exhales. Noticing nothing more for now than the flow, the waves of your breaths. The space that you have created in the body. And maybe also a little more spaciousness in the mind, a little more spaciousness in the heart. If time allows, stay here for as long as you like. And if you have to continue with your day, roll over onto your favorite side. Pulling the knees in, taking your bottom arm as a pillow. And then very slowly make your way back up to seated. Like
like you started. Take an upright seat, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Any last tension, residue to melt out of the face muscles, the shoulders, the belly. And then take the palms together to touch in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. Take a long, soft inhale with me through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. Gently bow the forehead to the fingertips as a sign to bow the mind down in front of the heart. Bowing down in front of yourself for taking time to practice spaciousness. And if you wish, continue to bow down in gratitude for this life. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste, and I hope I'll see you soon.